Okay, so this is the rest of Learning Objective 3. I checked on something and then it stopped on page 518. So this is picking it up on page 519, as you can see down here. And so this would be the rest of Learning Objective 3 and Learning Objective 4. So PowerPoint slides that summarize and illustrate multimedia presentations. So here's your 3x3 writing process, your pre-writing, drafting, creating a multimedia presentation, develop content with templates and themes, and before delivering your multimedia presentation. 3, revising before delivering it and during your multimedia presentation. Okay, and so come on. All right, 7 steps to a powerful multimedia presentation. Start with the text. What do you want your audience to believe, do, remember? Select background and fonts. Choose a template or create your own. Point size should be between 24 and 36. And please, title font should be larger. Choose images that help communicate your message. Clip art, remember, if you do clip art or photographs, they have to be free of plagiarism, okay? Flickr is probably the best one. And then create your graphics. Smart art or something like that would be good. Don't overdo them. Add special effects. Transitions, animations are good. Create hyperlinks. Move your presentation outline to someone online to where people that aren't there maybe can catch up. So that's it for 3. Let's go on to number 4. Polishing up your delivery and follow-up. Choosing a delivery technique. Inexperienced speakers may often feel like they have to memorize the entire presentation. No. Forgetting your place can be disastrous. That's why we don't recommend it, because when you get nervous, your brain kind of goes on vacation sometimes. Reading from a manuscript or your notes is best playing. No. Reading to an audience is boring. Neither memorizing nor reading creates very convincing business presentations. All right. Generally without notes. That's why we talked to you about putting notes on your copy of the PowerPoint slides. So it means that in your talk, you comment on the multimedia visuals you have prepared and rehearsed. Remember, PowerPoint, Slide Erotica Prezi have replaced traditional outlines and notes. Reading notes or a manuscript or damage your credibility. You can use note cards or an outline containing key sentences and major ideas. Don't read it. So combating stage fright. If you hear someone say he or she isn't nervous before a speech, you're talking either to a liar or a very boring speaker. And that was by speech consultant Diana Booher. Being afraid is natural and results from actual physiological changes in your body. Okay. Before your presentation, prepare thoroughly. Okay. Those who try to wing it usually suffer the worst butterflies. Also, you're going to forget something. If you wing it, you won't cover all your points. And that's how to take care of your stage fright. Rehearse repeatedly. Time yourself. All right. Do it in front of a mirror. Seriously. Time yourself. If you can get a friend or a family member to listen to you and not go to sleep and help time you. Dress professionally and request a lectern. A lectern is a place where you can kind of put your notes or kind of get organized. It's like sometimes people, like I do, call them a podium. It serves as a note holder and a convenient place to rest your wandering hands and arms. Don't lean on it. Check the room. If you're using a computer or projector, be sure. If you can get there, if it's like at mid-morning, if you can, and you have to travel somewhere, if you can get there the night before and then meet with the person that's in charge of the room so that you can kind of get a scope of it, you will feel a whole lot better because you can mentally figure out where you're going to stand, where you're going to put your stuff, and it's just a lot easier. Greet members of the audience and practice stress reduction. I used to, when I get nervous, I have a really bad habit of I could talk really fast. I could talk like a mile a minute. And if you're doing a presentation and you're talking this fast, forget it. So when I prepared for a presentation, what I did was take the notes that I had and in big letters, not huge, but like, quarter size so I could see it easily. Put the acronym SD on the left, in the middle, down the sides, on the right. Anywhere I thought I might look, I just put the initials SD. Did anyone think what SD means? No one knew it, what it meant, but me. But it was served as a reminder. Anyone got a guess? Those of you that said slow down were right. Okay, that was just a thing to remind me to take a breath and slow down. Check yourself. Are you talking too fast? So that's what I did for my stress reduction and to help myself be sure that I didn't talk too fast. All right. During your presentation, begin with a pause when you first approach it. Take a second. It's all right. You can have 5-10 seconds to yourself or more. Present your first sentence from memory. Maintain your eye contact. Don't read from your notes. Control your voice and your vocabulary. Show enthusiasm. Skip the apologies. I will not take much time. I know you. No, just they came to hear you. Here's me. Many novice speakers talk too rapidly, displaying their nervousness. Slow down. There's my favorite phrase. Right there. Okay. Listen to what you're saying. Incorporate pauses where appropriate. Take a deep breath. You can breathe. If you pass out, it won't do any good. Move naturally. Use visual aids effectively. Stick to your outline in your notes. Summarize your main points and arrive. I will stick to my outline, my points, but as you can tell when I talk to you guys, I throw in extra stuff, always have. After your presentation, distribute handouts. These are handouts that you can get from PowerPoint. I was talking to you. If you don't do the handouts with the videos and the line with the pictures of the presentation and the lines, a lot of people like handouts at the front. Some people do them at the end. Encourage questions, repeat the questions just so you can make sure you know what they talk. Reinforce your main points. You can use your answers to restate your primary. Keep control. Avoid yes, but, and end with a summary and appreciation. And that was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. So let's go ahead and truck on through. Developing special presentations, intercultural, collaborative, and slide decks. Adapting presentations to intercultural audiences. Most people understand they must speak slowly, use simple English, avoid jargon and cliches, use short sentences and pause frequently. The thing is that I'm in my 60s and I can reference things that happened when I was growing up. And a lot of you that's listening to this would kind of go, what? What did she say? What does she mean? I don't know what she's saying. What was it? I haven't heard that before. I haven't heard that word before. And my granddaughter does that to me all the time. The one that lives with me, I'm sure my 14-year-old and 12-year-old and 10-year-old grandchildren would be even worse. So just remember who you're talking to. So get ready to speak, purpose, analyze your audience, organize the introduction, get the audience involved, organize the body, develop 2 to 4, arrange them logically, transitions, organize the conclusion, your visual aids, use aids skillfully, develop your multimedia, make speaker notes, and maintain control. Understanding different values and nonverbal behaviors. Anticipate, again, figure out your audience. Remember, North American emphasis on getting to the point quickly is not equally prized. Think twice about delivering your main idea up front. Most people, particularly those in Japanese, Latin American, Arabic cultures, consider directness to be rash, forward, and inappropriate. So figure out what's total culture. Like we're going to go back to the Trek bicycle people. Figure out the culture of the country that you're going to, or the people you're addressing. In Germany, successful presentations tend to be dense with facts and precise statistics. Americans might say around 30%. German presenter would say 30.4271%. Okay. Remember too that some cultures prefer greater formality. When communicating with people from these cultures, instead of first names, use honorifics, Mr. or Ms. last names, as well as doctor or director. Even in the United States, this is done just out of respect and courtesy. Adjusting visual aid to your audience. In the United States, presenters may spend 90 seconds on a slide. In other countries, you may need to slow down to 2 minutes per slide. That's going to extend the time that you're talking and what you and how you do it. So you may, if other people that you work with have done it, you can ask them for help. In this time of social media, you may be able to find somebody online that can give you some clues. Be careful of who you talking to, that they actually have credibility. Yeah, I would first check my home office or the people I work with. Preparing collaborative presentations. Teams collaborate to make sure the presentation meets its objectives. Investigate a problem and submit recommendations, decisions, and report. At BMW, cross-functional teams excel at problem solving. Such teams speed innovation and the development of new products. The outcome of any team effort, okay, is a written report, multimedia, and an oral presentation. That's it to the group. Whether you produce written reports, multimedia present, you generally have considerable control over how the project's organized. Depends whether you're the team director or you're part of the team. Prepare to work together. When the first task is naming a meeting leader to conduct the meetings. Okay, recorded to keep record of group decisions and evaluated to determine whether the group is on target and meeting its goals. Planning and preparing the document or presentation. Once you've established ground rules, you're ready to discuss the target document and the presentation. You have to be sure to keep a record of all the decisions in case somebody comes up and questions them, or just for record purposes to make sure you stay on track. You need to decide how it's going to be delivered. Next, you're going to have a work plan. See Chapter 11, assign jobs and set deadlines. For oral presentations, all team members should have written assignments and deadlines. Okay, it doesn't say deadlines necessarily, I don't think in here, but you should all have deadlines, including you. Written reports, they must final document how it's going to be composed. Collecting information, sometimes that's hard. Unless facts are accurate, it's going to blow up in your face. Organizing, writing, and revising. When the project progresses into organizing and writing stages, the team may need to modify some of its earlier decisions. When you start putting it all together, it may change a little bit. Then the last stage in a project involves editing, rehearsing, and evaluating, just like if you're doing it one-on-one. One person should also merge all the files and be certain they are consistent in design, format, and vocabulary. You don't want person A to do it his way, person B to do it a different way, person C, it won't look like it's all together like it should be. So one person should do it. Everybody can review, but then get back to that one person that did it and then have that one person make the changes. Successful groups emerge from thoughtful preparation, clear definitions of the contributors' roles, commitment to a group-approved plan, and willingness to take responsibility. There may be some people that don't like teams and they don't want to be part of this, and you just have to kind of work through the group dynamic part. Presentation software to present slide decks. Many presentation programs can deliver slide decks. Slide decks differ from slides in that slides in a deck typically contain more text than slides in a presentation. Personally, I've never seen a slide deck. Okay, not real familiar with what they are. Oh, okay. Hamilton Race, interactive seating, mass. Okay, I don't know. And, okay, this is only 3 more pages. Improving telephone skills. All right, can I say discussion for this week is right here? Okay. Making telephone calls professionally. Hence, we don't want to talk about my new receptionist at my veterinarian's office. That's, if you can't tell, that really still bugs me. Plan a mini agenda. Have you ever been embarrassed when you had to make a second phone call because you forgot an important point the first time? Yes. Use a 3-point introduction when placing a call. Immediately name the person you're calling. Identify yourself and your affiliation. Hi, I'm Joe Blow with the Joe Blow office. May I speak to Larry Lopez? This is Hilary Dahl of Sebastian Enterprises, and I'm seeking information about a software program. So that tells who you need to talk to. Be brisk if you're rushed. Be cheerful and accurate. Be professional, courteous. Bring it to a close. Avoid telephone tag. Oh, I hate telephone tags. Leave complete voicemail messages as much as you can. A lot of times voicemail anymore cuts you off. Receiving telephone calls professionally. Identify yourself immediately. For example, Larry Lopez, Digital Imaging Corporation, how may I help you? Be responsible and helpful. Practice telephone confidentiality. Please take messages carefully, okay? It is really embarrassing to give someone a message that wasn't done right. Leave the line respectfully. Using smartphones for business. They can do more than make and receive phone calls. They sometimes, depending on the phone, laptops, they can sort of act like laptops or tablets. Contact information, make to-do lists, keep track of appointments and important dates, emails and text messages, search the web, all that kind of good stuff. It's important to understand proper use and etiquette. So be careful when you're doing it. Make the best use of voicemail. On the receiver's end, don't overuse voicemail. Prepare a professional, concise, and friendly greeting. Respond to messages promptly. Plan for vacations and other extended absences by leaving callers who they can talk to since you're not there. Just in summary, be courteous. See, do you like this? BOSTDCT. Be courteous to those around you. Observe wireless-free quiet areas. Speak in low conversational tones. Take only urgent calls. Drive now, talk later. Don't talk on the phone when you're driving. Pull over unless it's hands-free, but already be prepared for hands-free. Choose a professional ringtone. Star Wars, when you're trying to be professional, doesn't really cut it. Text with caution. Be careful. Don't text and drive. Cycling or walking down a sidewalk, you could walk into a tree or off the edge. On your caller's end, be prepared to leave a message. Know what you're going to say. Leave a concise and thorough message. Speak slowly and articulate. Be careful with confidential information. Okay? You don't want to give out something you shouldn't. Learning objectives. So here is number 1, business presentations, organization, visual aids, delivery techniques, organized presentations for intercultural, and the techniques for telephone skills. And then here's the review and critical thinking thoughts on this page and here. And we're going to get into activities on the next video. Okay? Take care.